I almost didn't make this video because I was convinced it was going to be the same recycled Dollar Tree garden stuff we've all seen 100 times. Same plastic pots, same flimsy tools, same this is so cute with no follow-through. So I went to 3 different locations, on different days, and I gave myself a rule: if I can't find 10 garden items that actually work in real life, not just on camera, I'm walking out and scrapping the video. I ended up spending just under $30, and I found some things that honestly surprised me. If you're new here, welcome to Timeless Gardening. I test budget finds in real garden conditions, so you don't waste your money on things that won't last past one season. In today's video, I'm sharing 10 new Dollar Tree garden finds for spring 2026 that I would genuinely go back and buy again, plus a couple things you should absolutely skip. Before we get into it, tell me in the comments where you're watching from and what zone you're gardening in. And if you like honest practical garden content like this, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Alright, let's dive in. Find number 1, perennial flower bulbs. These completely caught me off guard because they weren't even in the main garden aisle. They were set up near the front of the store on a seasonal display, and I almost walked right past them. For $1.25 a pack, I found gladiolus, anemone, queen fabiola, and freesia bulbs. And the reason this matters is because these are perennials. That means you're not just buying a one-season pop of color. You're planting something that can come back year after year, if your zone supports it, which instantly makes that $1.25 feel like a smarter investment than most annuals you'll grab on impulse. The key here is being honest about your growing zone. Gladiolus thrive in warmer climates. Anemones grow in a surprisingly wide range of zones. Queen Fabiola gives you those rich blue late spring blooms. And Freesia loves cooler spring temperatures. Not every bulb will work for every garden, and that's okay. The value isn't just in the price. It's in choosing the right one for where you live and planting it well. If you spot these near the front of your store, don't assume they're just filler stock. They're easy to miss, and they're genuinely one of the best deals in the building right now. Find number 2, Ranunculus corms. I saw these, picked them up, put them back, walked halfway to the checkout, and then turned around and grabbed them again. 5 Ranunculus corms for $1.25 is not normal pricing. At most garden centers, you're looking at $8 to $12 for a similar pack. They don't look like much in the bag. Just little dried claws. But once they bloom, they produce those layered rose-like flowers that look far more expensive than they are. This is one of those finds that only makes sense if you've grown them before and know what they're capable of. The trick that made a real difference for me was pre-soaking them for about an hour before planting and then letting them pre-sprout in a shallow tray. It sounds like extra work, but it dramatically improves your success rate. I tested it side by side, and the soaked ones sprouted faster and more evenly. For $1.25, even if a few don't take, you're still ahead. If you're willing to do that small bit of prep, this might be one of the strongest value finds in the whole haul. Find number 3, stackable planters. These are back again for spring, and I know most people immediately think about stacking them into a tall vertical tower. You absolutely can do that, and it works. But what surprised me this year is how good they look used individually. The colors are softer and more modern than they appear online. And when I lined a few along my kitchen windowsill with herbs, they didn't scream discount store at all. For $1.25 each, the plastic feels sturdy enough for indoor use, and they've held their color through a full season without fading or getting that chalky look cheaper planters sometimes develop. What I like most is the flexibility. You can separate them and move them around as your plants grow, instead of committing to one tall stacked system. They're lightweight, easy to clean, and just structured enough to look intentional, rather than temporary. Sometimes the smartest use of a trending product is the simplest one, and in this case, using them as clean individual herb or flower pots might actually be better than stacking them at all. Find number 4, 17 3/4 inches. Tulip pinwheels. I know these look like pure decoration at first glance, and most people probably toss them in their cart for a pop of color and call it a day. But I've actually been using them in a practical way in my vegetable beds. When I direct seed carrots, lettuce or beans, I stick one of these at the end of each row so I can remember exactly what's planted where before anything sprouts. Early spring soil can look like a blank slate, and it's surprisingly easy to forget which row is which. The bright color makes it instantly visible from across the garden, which sounds simple, but it saves a lot of second guessing. The unexpected bonus is that they move constantly in even a light breeze. That spinning motion and flash of color makes birds a little more cautious about landing in freshly seeded areas. It's not a guaranteed solution, but I've noticed fewer scratched up rows since I started placing them strategically around new plantings. For $1.75, you're getting something that adds color and serves a real function. When a decorative item quietly solves two small problems at once, that's when it earns a spot in the cart. Find number 5, Metal Birdhouse Collection. These are $5 each. And I need to say this up front, they are decorative. Birds are not moving in. They're solid metal with small openings, and they're clearly designed for visual charm, not actual nesting. But once you accept that, they start to make a lot more sense. The designs this season, beehive, mushroom, watering can, sunflower, feel thoughtfully done instead of cartoonish. The metal has real weight to it, and the paint finish doesn't look thin or rushed. When I hung one from a shepherd's hook and stepped back, it immediately made that corner of the garden feel more layered and intentional. Comparable decorative birdhouses at places like Home Goods are easily triple the price, and even then you're not guaranteed better quality. For $5, this feels like one of those rare budget pieces that doesn't look like you compromised. It's not about attracting birds. It's about creating a focal point. If you have a quiet seating area or a bare spot that feels unfinished, hanging one of these can subtly anchor the space without overwhelming it. Sometimes a small vertical accent is all a garden corner needs to feel complete. Find number 6, Fairy Door Garden Decorations. These are $1.25, and I'll be honest, they're not for everyone. If your garden style leans clean, structured, and minimal, this probably isn't your thing. But if you have a shaded corner with hostas, ferns, or a tree base that feels a little empty, these tiny fairy doors can add a surprising amount of personality. I tucked one at the base of a large hosta just to see how it would look, and once the leaves started filling in around it, it genuinely felt like a little hidden detail you'd stumble across on purpose. It doesn't take much to create a moment. Where this really shines is if you garden with kids or grandkids. That tiny door suddenly turns a regular garden bed into a story. For $1.25, you're not committing to a theme overhaul. You're just adding one playful touch. And if it's not your vibe, that's completely fine. Part of gardening well is knowing your own style. But if your space has a little cottage energy, or you want one whimsical element tucked into the greenery, this is an easy low-risk way to try it. Find number 7. 72 inches spring floral garland. This one is $1.50 and measures a full 72 inches, which is longer than most people expect when they pull it off the hook. It has soft tulip blooms woven with beads and greenery, and while most people will automatically picture it on a front door, I think that's the least interesting way to use it. Early spring gardens can feel bare while you're waiting for perennials to wake up, and this is where something like this becomes useful. I wove one loosely through a wooden trellis that didn't have vines filled in yet, and from a distance it added color and dimension, without looking obviously artificial. It photographs beautifully, especially during that awkward in-between season, when nothing else is blooming. You can also drape it along the edge of a raised bed to soften hard wood lines, or string 2 or 3 between shepherd's hooks to create a quick backdrop for a small garden gathering. For under $5 total, you could fill an empty corner with color while your real plants are still establishing themselves. It's not meant to replace live flowers, and it shouldn't. It's meant to bridge the gap between winter and full spring growth. Used that way, it feels intentional instead of temporary, and that's what makes it surprisingly effective. Find number 8. Hand-painted garden gnomes. Gnomes are one of those garden items people either love or completely avoid, and I understand both sides, but at $1.50 each, these are surprisingly well done for the price. The paint details are clean, the colors are bright without looking sloppy, and the material feels solid enough to handle being outside all season. I've seen very similar gnomes priced close to $20 at stores like Home Goods, and honestly, once they're sitting in a flower bed surrounded by plants, you can't tell the difference. At this price point, you're not stressing about one tipping over in a storm or getting chipped. That freedom makes them more enjoyable to use. What I appreciate most is how flexible they are. You can tuck one between shrubs for a subtle surprise, cluster a few together for a playful corner, or even give them as small garden-themed gifts without overthinking it. Because they're affordable, you can experiment without committing to a permanent design choice. And that's really the point. Not every garden element has to be serious or refined. Sometimes a little personality, added without pressure or a big investment, is exactly what makes a space feel lived in and welcoming. Find number 9. 7-stem artificial petunia bush. I know artificial flowers in a garden haul can feel controversial, but hear me out. These 7-stem petunia bushes are $1.75 each, and from more than a couple of feet away, they look remarkably real. Early spring is that awkward period, when nothing has fully bloomed yet, and your containers and porch pots can feel empty or lifeless. These little bushes fill in the gaps beautifully, giving the impression of a full colorful garden, while your real perennials are still waking up. They're also perfect for outdoor gatherings, weddings, or any event where you want instant curb appeal, without worrying about weather or wilting. The other thing I love is how versatile they are. You can tuck them into containers that otherwise won't have flowers for weeks, place them in shady corners where real petunias might struggle, or even use them to create a layered look around established plants. They're lightweight, durable, and at this price completely low risk. Even if a few get bent or rained on, it doesn't matter. They buy you time, keep your garden looking intentional, and let you enjoy early spring color without the frustration of bare spots. Find number 10. Hanging spring floral welcome signs. Okay, this is the one I teased at the start. I held it up in the aisle, and just stood there staring at it for a full minute because I couldn't believe the price. These iron signs are about 16 inches across, come in 4 designs, and cost just $5. Comparable pieces at places like Anthropologie can run $40, and even at TJ Maxx you'd pay over $20. The weight, finish, and solid feel of the iron completely exceeded my expectations for a Dollar Tree find. I hung one in a corner of my garden near a seating area, and it instantly made the space feel finished and welcoming. There's no need to oversell it. The design speaks for itself. It's the kind of piece that turns a just plants garden into a place that feels intentionally styled, and it's durable enough to last through the season, without worrying about bending or fading. This is the kind of find that makes you stop and rethink what's possible at a discount store. And there you have it, 10 Dollar Tree garden finds that actually work this spring. I didn't start this video expecting to uncover this many genuinely useful items. I've been burned by seasonal hauls before, where everything looks cute on the shelf but fails in real life. This time feels different. The bulbs, the decorative touches, even the artificial petunias, each one either solves a problem, fills a gap, or adds a little joy to your garden without breaking the bank. And that's really the point. You don't need a huge budget to make your garden feel intentional, lively, and even a little magical. The right choices, even inexpensive ones, can make a bigger impact than you think. If you got value out of today's haul, I'd love to hear from you in the comments, especially your growing zone. How many of you can actually plant and bloom those anemone or freesia bulbs? And if you like honest, practical garden finds like these, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Bye.